Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This is Downriver Run on Alpha. This mission gave me such a hard time. I've been doing this for like half a day. It took me, I'd say, I don't know, close to 50 attempts to actually get this completed. And this was my first time doing a specific route or path that I'd never tried before through this river. And of course, the first time I do it, I get it. So I kind of wanted to record this video and just give you any tips or tricks in case you guys are having trouble yourself, or you can just watch the path I take and then you can just mimic it, and hopefully it'll work for you guys as well. So the first turn is pretty self-explanatory. You want to stay close to the rock when you come around to the right and then hit that gold ring. And then up until this point, I'm staying on the left side of the river. And a good tip I could give you is don't downplay or don't ignore the current of the river. That's something that's pretty important because you might not think it's going to do much for you, but it can drastically change where your canoe is headed, or it can make it difficult for you to cross the river left or right depending on which way it's flowing. So this gold ring, make sure you hit it. You want to be pretty straight because we want this right turn right here is pretty important. So you're going to want to come right. You're going to want to go to the right side of this rock. Now pay attention to my oar right here. Right there. You can see when I put it down in my lap, that's me taking my finger off W. So when you do that, it kind of lets your canoe drift out, and it can help you make turns. So that's kind of a nice tip if you don't know about that.
I'll stop backseat.
Now right here, pay attention to the clock. I'm about 3 minutes 33 seconds. Look at the area I'm in, just to give yourself a little bit of a timestamp. Through that first section up until that point, I was always at that spot at basically that same time. This run I was a little bit quicker, and of course this is the one I did it. But at 3 minutes 33 seconds, I was always more or less at that point. This part's pretty self-explanatory. You just want to make sure you hit that gold ring back there, and then up here is where it starts to get a little bit harder.
Go, go, go!
So stay pretty close to the left around this bend. You can see the part of the rock I was pointed out right here on the left. You want to make sure you start cutting left there, and then you want to make sure you don't hit the rock like I did, because you run the risk of taking damage from your canoe or to your canoe. Now right here was the first time I ever went down the right side of this waterfall, and again it worked out for me, so I would recommend doing the same. Again, make sure you hit that speed ring. Now this is pretty important. Watch my canoe when I go over the second waterfall. I start turning it early because when you land, I want to head to the right. So I'm already turning to the right here, and I keep turning it, and so now I'm pointed right where I want to go, which is in between these two rocks. And this is where you're more or less going to make or break your run. So you want to go in between these two rocks and the two rocks in front of me. And then once you get past this second rock right here, you're going to want to start turning left because this current is super strong at this point. You can see right here, right there, it's pulling me to the left like pretty hard. And then you want the nose of the canoe to grab the ring so it pulls you forward. You kind of just sneak through. This part I crashed. This is probably where I ruined my run the most amount of times. You can see I hit all three of these rocks, but luckily my canoe didn't take damage. Right here's another timestamp, 1 minute 37 seconds. Whenever I was at this point at 1 minute 37 seconds, I had a good run. Just kind of pay attention at this point where I'm going in between the rocks. This was by far like going in between those two, and then going in between these two, and then going to the left of this one was by far the best path I took. Now you might be tempted to go hit that gold ring on the right, but whenever I did that, I always crashed into either the shore and ruined my run, or that rock right there to the right and ruined my run. So I would highly suggest going to the left. And here's another thing that I did for the first time and it worked out. Usually I would go left there, but instead I'd come hard right, fighting across the current, which is a little hard because it wants to pull you to the left. And then come to the left here because now you can see the current's going to the right, so it's going to try and drag you to the right, so you have to fight to get over to the left. Stay to the left. And again, here's another important decision. Instead of going to the right, like you might be tempted to hit that gold ring, we're going to come to the left, because this will set us up to hit a portion where we can like kind of skip or make up a good bit of time. So look where I'm turning and when I'm turning. You can see I'm coming far right. It looks like I'm going to hit this wall, but you want to sneak into this alley. That spot, just lucky. This mission is super inconsistent. You can see right here, I'm going to hit this rock as well. And my canoe's not taking damage. If you're playing this mission, you probably know how inconsistent it is with the canoe damage. Sometimes you'll get one shot. Sometimes it'll take 75% of your health. You can be hardly moving and it's going to one-shot your canoe. It's super inconsistent. But I just wanted to record this for you guys, and hopefully it'll help you out, and hopefully you guys can get this done yourself.
First place.
Alright, so there you have it. I'll be honest, that made me rage like a baby so many different times. It took me forever to get it done. Like I said, it took me around like 50 different attempts. And of course, I tried a different path once. And, well, I mean, I tried a different path more than once. But that time, I tried that path for the first time. And of course, that's the one that I completed on. If you guys have any questions or there's another mission you're having trouble with, just let me know in the comment section down below. And I'll try and help you out or make a video on that mission itself. But yeah, if you guys liked the video or helped you out, feel free to like the video. It helps me out a ton, especially being a smaller YouTube channel. If you didn't, there's always that dislike button. If you want to see more content like this, or you want to see my Genesis 2 playthrough, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, that's going to be it for me for this video, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.